Hey guys, make sure you like this video. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that that notification bell is on with the option all. So when I upload these videos, you are the first one to watch. So as promised, I said that I would update you on Nature Boy's bond hearing. I also want to say before I start that, make sure that your notification bell is on with the option all. So when I put these live streams up, premiere videos or pre-recorded videos, you guys are the first ones to watch these videos. Well, today, supposedly, I thought it was either the 12th or the 13th. I heard it on Simply Anna's channel. Like I said, she's very informative. You guys need to go over there and subscribe to her channel. She does great due diligence. So today supposedly is the bond hearing for Nature Boy. It can go many ways. It could be a bond that he cannot make, which I said this in a live. I think that that's what's going to happen. They're going to give him a bond, but it's going to be a bond he can't make. Now, of course, every 30 days, he's still entitled to a bond hearing. And now that he has a paid lawyer, he's going to probably, if he can't make this bond, go in 30 days and try to bond out again. Eventually, they're going to have to, even after a few attempts of giving him high bonds, they're going to have to give him a bond that he can make eventually. It might take 3-4 months before that can happen. They can sit him in jail up to a year. Now, in this time period, as we speak about this bond hearing as of January 12th, there could be significant evidence to hold him as a flight risk. There could be evidence that hasn't been presented in court, but is enough evidence prior to the court proceedings to still sit him down and for them to go into court today and have that reasoning for why he should get that high bond, because they have to still give him a bond, but it doesn't have to be a bond that he can make. Today, either way, because we know that the bond hearings today, I'm going to go live between 2 and 4 p.m. I have not decided. I think I'm going to do I'm gearing towards the 2 p.m. But we'll see. Take it upon yourself to make sure your notification bell's on with the option all, and take it upon yourself if you're on YouTube to come over to my channel and see if there's any notification on the status of what's going on with Nature Boy and if he got a bond. Either way, I'm gonna go live. So getting on to baby Nature Boy, I think he put his foot in his mouth. I think that he did not know what he had in store when he did that interview with Simply Anna. I think that he threw Nature Girl, aka Velvet, under the bus when he said what he said about she was in the bathroom doing rock or marijuana, and then she came out and flipped out on him. If you knew in your heart you were not completely done with Velvet, I think you should have. Either way, I think you should have just kept your business to yourself with that situation. But he dragged her like he did Nateri, so it is what it is. That's a pattern of behavior within baby Nature Boy, aka Solar. That's what he does when he's angry. He spills all of the pillow talk when he's mad. So, this is to be expected. But what I'm taking from this, because I've been following Carbonation and Velvet and her behaviors and relationships, if Velvet, I really believe, was truly in her heart interested emotionally, physically, and spiritually with Solar, I think at this point she would have let him back home to her home in Ohio. I don't think that there's an attraction, physical or mental, spiritual, nothing. I don't think there's any sort of an attraction. I think there was an alternative motive. It blew up in her face because she blew up.
I don't think she's gonna come up live. I sent her the request. She's not coming up, but I don't know what she meant, so I don't want to argue or fight. Well, my only thing is, I haven't been able to be myself. So the last thing I'm gonna say, right? But this is the last thing that I'll say to y'all. I've stayed true to my heart, and I'll always stay true to my heart. And if it has me looking like a simp and has me looking fake, I'll at least know that my woman left because she wanted to, not because I didn't try. Yahken got another sex cult. And I'm not gonna act like it's cool, and y'all ain't gonna just act like Velvet gonna go over to a sex cult, express her sexuality, be abused with my daughters in her possession, and then act like nothing's going on. She's from Louisiana. Everything I'm doing, she's supposed to be here with me doing it. This is the universe saying she's in the wrong, I'm in the right. I'm getting everything we manifested. She switched up. Consider the facts. Consider what the universe is saying. I love y'all. I love her. But actions speak louder than words. And as much as I could take her back, or as much as I'd love to get with another pretty woman, I can't. I'm nervous now. I'm shook now. Now I gotta get rich and be cold. That's what happens to men? No. I will continue to love. My heart will continue to stay open. And I will continue to see the best in these people. And y'all will continue to hate me for it. And I will be hated for love. Send this to Velvet. Send this to Yahken. Send this to Polite.
She could not stay undercover for too long before she reacted. Sometimes when you don't like somebody and you got an alternative motive and they say something to trigger you, it could be anything because you know that you really are not, feeling this person. It's almost like you're saying in your head, dude, I'm not even feeling you like that. So you can't even come at me like that. Or you can't even be in my house doing stuff like that. And the least thing that that person does is going to make you blow up. I think that she blew up because she had an alternative motive. She really doesn't like or have any emotions for Solar. She was using him for her own gain, trying to pretend playhouse, trying to get this carbonation thing up and running so that, she can take care of her kids financially. Because we all know that the biggest reason carbonation was formed for Nature Boy was for revenue. Bringing people over with residual income, Social Security check, SSI check, military checks, employment checks, money that maybe their parents left, inheritance, and all that. Velvet was trying to start a tribe where she was in control of the money, and they basically would have been taken care of allegedly. Um, from my opinion, from Solar and you know Velvet, but it didn't happen because they ended up having a fallout. Let you know Solar tell it this is the second time that this has happened. It hasn't gotten so aggressive. Her pulling on a shank like she did this time. But as soon as that relationship started, it ended. And I don't think that Solar is in love with um Velvet. I think that he is intimidated and he's jealous and he's not the center of attention no more. Yakin is. He actually could, if he wanted to, without trying, he could also be looked at as a nature boy too, more so than Solar would. Solar's trying hard to be a nature boy too, but it's not going to happen. He's not alpha. But Yaken is, and I think that's a threat to Solar, and I think he doesn't want to see that happen. So, what better thing to say and do is to get on a public platform and make people think that you are in love with Velvet to try to win her back over so that she doesn't go over with an alpha male, Yaken, and you can have her back and you can take the place of trying to be Nature Boy. But the funny thing to me is if and when Nature Boy gets out, because they've been doing a lot of foolery out here in these YouTube streets on social media in general, and I don't think it looks good for the case. Okay? That a lot of charges, serious charges, are probably later on down the line for Nature Boy gonna drop. That's just my opinion. all of this foolishness that all of them are doing, the big bad wolf attitude, you know, you can't touch me, you can't phase me, it's gonna go silent. Because understand, these are people that are brainwashed and reprogrammed by one man, and you wasn't even having that much energy until he went to jail. So the likelihood of them or Solar, you know, cutting up and doing what he's doing, not knowing that, you know, Nature Boy has more resources than him. I'm quite sure there's a lot of enemies that Solar has made by betraying Nature Boy from the supporters that still rock with Nature Boy. And Solar doesn't know who he's talking to because birds of a feather flock together. That could be giving information to Nature Boy of his whereabouts.